Okay, so to start out, fill the unit cap with builders as per usual. Using Chrono Boost as soon as you get 25 energy. Now I'm playing with XVI Python, or Taylor, and he's playing Terran. He usually plays Terran. I think I'm playing random at the moment, but Protoss came up. I started playing random because, of course, you get the achievements for random victories, and if you win as a specific race, it also counts as a victory for that race, so you sort of get 2 wins for the price of 1, which is quite good. But obviously you have to master all 3 races. So we're going to turtle up the entrance to this base, so that no one can get in. They send a worker scout in. Now with worker scouts, you always want to make sure one of your workers is tailing them, and I'm pretty sure you'll get the first hit off, so if it gets into a little skirmish, you'll be able to kill them first. But especially Protoss builders, you want to make sure you've got someone watching what they're doing all the time, because they can place assimilators in your Vespene geysers, and they can also place a pylon at the back of your base, and then start building turrets, which is obviously a big risk, because then you've been turret rushed. I'm going to group up 3 gateways, which is my usual build now, and put them outside the rocks of the enemy's base. There's 2 entrances, the rock base, and then there's the normal ramp. So we have our rocks over here, and then we've got our main entrance just here. So we're going to put the zealots up by the rocks, keep up with them out, and try and get the rocks down. Now, maximum efficiency is accomplished by making sure that each gateway is building a zealot at a time. I mean, you can stack them up if you want, but I usually find it best just to make sure each gateway is building a zealot at a time, because that's the maximum efficiency it is possible to achieve without using Chrono Boost. So just get the zealots just to tear down the wall, so we get an extra entrance into the base. Now, I haven't built any assimilators yet. I'm not using any Vespene gas. Now, I think soon after this point, the enemy have worked out they're attacking the rocks, because they've placed a supply depot next to the rocks, which is a very good plan. Here we go, they've sent some backups and marines. But it's too late, and my zealots have broken through, and I'm into the base. Now, I'm playing with Taylor, and he has a bad sort of affliction, and it's that if anyone rings his house phone, he gets disconnected like that. So now he's left the game, and it is now me versus the other 2, which puts you in a bit of a predicament, because even though you do get his resources, you have to spend your own resources in order to use any of his buildings. So basically you just get his troops, and he only has about 5 marauders and 2 marines, so that's not much. Now with kiting with zealots, you have to kind of toy with the enemy. Kiting is when you use a Terran unit, like a ranged unit, to shoot a zealot, and then move back, and then shoot, and then move back, and the zealot will never catch them, and you'll obviously eventually kill them because you're doing damage. So to avoid kiting, you have to really get your micromanagement skills into it. Micromanagement, really get to do micro most of the time. Now, because it's 2v1, I have to micro my zealots, or whatever troops I can get, against one of the enemies, while like optimizing my macro management back at my base to make sure that they don't overwhelm me with tier 2 or tier 3 units. So I want to take down marauders first, because they can get upgraded for a slow shot, and I don't want my zealots getting slowed. And I've started to build Hellions. Hellions are a very bad unit. You don't want to get them. I've started getting Stalkers here at this point in the game. I've sort of rushed technology. I've got 2 assimilators, I'm pretty sure, on my Vespene geysers back at base. Builders just go on my zealots. So now I'm going to start getting Stalkers out. Stalkers are a lot better than zealots. They're fast moving, they're armoured units, they're high damage, they're ranged, they can attack air, and they can get upgraded to have a teleport ability, which is so useful for sort of kiting or anti-kiting or escaping, or, espionage or whatever. It's a million uses. Fucking teleport. Anyway, so what I'm going to start doing now is start pumping Stalkers into the rock entrance, because of course the person whose base was nearest the rock entrance has been totally raped, so there's no defence there. That's the supply depot they placed into the rocks. So I'm going to keep moving Stalkers in instead of zealots now, because Stalkers are just ninjas. I don't really know what they are though. They're sort of like robotic spiders with heads. I don't know what a Stalker is, and it's the most obnoxious I don't see what it could stalk. It's like the most unsubtle unit in the game. It's a fucking massive metal spider with like red bits of paint. Anyway, so I'm going to put a pylon up in their base, because I'm upgrading to warp gates soon, which means I'm going to be able to just literally instantly create troops in the enemy's base. And with Stalkers have a residually low cooldown with the warp gate, so I mean you just get a lot of Stalkers in the base way too quick for the enemy to be able to counter. There we go, I'm upgrading them into warp gates. I'm also building 2 stargates and a twilight council. So just for extra, like for when I want to move into tier 3. So I'm going to use the stalkers, pincer attack against the Hellions and the Marines. Do a fair amount of damage to me. When you're attacking Terran with stalkers, prioritise marauders, because marauders are the anti for stalkers. They're the counter for stalkers. So yeah, you want to be prioritising your stalkers against the marauders. Stalkers do an incredible amount of damage. You can see on the command center. He's going to use liftoff, but I mean my stalkers are doing so much damage. We're able to set the building on fire. I think they even kill it. Yeah, they do. So I'm just going to take out the Protoss marauder there, and take out these marines, and then just mop up the rest of their builders. Builders are very important. You want to take out because of course they can build more command centers if they've got 400 minerals. But I think at this point in the game, it's a bit late, and they don't really have that many resources. So the marauders, they're going to warp in some more stalkers, because they need a bit of reinforcements. But I mean, the barracks is on fire. That's going down. Next barracks. No, they've left. So that's a GG. So that's how to 2v1 as Protoss. You got to make sure that you're micromanaging and macromanaging at the same time. Micromanaging your troops that are attacking, macromanaging your tech so that you're getting up. Now, at the end of that game, I was building Void Rays, which is going to be my tier 3 attack. You have to make sure that your troops, again, like doing the best they can. You got to micromanage them to make sure they're doing the best they can. But you've also got to send constant waves of attack and slowly upgrade the waves so that the enemy are getting more and more overwhelmed. And eventually they'll either buckle or they'll be able to overwhelm your attack, and then that means you lose. That means they're better than you. So that's generally how the game works. But anyway, yeah. So that's how the 2v1. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, yada yada, bullshit. And see you next time.